Hey, how's it going? What's up? It's Friday. It should be Freaky Far Out Fun Friday, right? I'm trying to push this through. Don't know if it'll work, but oh, it did work. Wow. What's up? I'm working on this bowl over here. Woo! Well, it looks a lot better than it did. Okay, so this again. Do-do. Oh, I'm dying. Ah. Shut up! You're too mean. You love a bad name. I need songs. I need to get some music going. Musica. Okay, who sings that? Or Sylvie. Bon Jovi. I've been listening to some Bon Jovi. Woo-hoo! So what's up, Aaron? What up? What up? I know I'm being stupid. Well, okay, something. Y'all have heard about spalting, right? Okay, so if you haven't heard about spalting, well, that's the dying part of the tree. Well, that's where there's a little. I don't know if you can see it. Well, you can see it better than that, probably. That's what all this is. It's dying. Oh, I'm dying. The tree dying. Okay, so when it's spalting like this, what happens is Naomi Jensen. All hail Naomi Jensen. All hail Naomi Jensen. Where are you from? Where are you from? Explain. Where are you from? You know, I spent some time getting this stuff out. Oh, can't do that. Georgia. Okay, so let's see. Are you a football fan? I see where you guys have another quarterback. And Atlanta Falcons. The guy that you guys got was from Washington State University. Good guy. He's got an arm. He's got an arm. He was in the national championship against the what do you call it? Michigan Wolverines. Thank God it wasn't Alabama this time. Oh God, I got so tired of that. Alabama. Yeah. What does it go big red? Bama. Every time I go down there to visit my friends, that's all they talk about is that school. I'm like, what? Really? Come on. Well, it just so happens the Bears picked up a guy that came from my old school, USC. USC. So, University of Southern California. What did I used to call that? Well, I don't want to call it. Used to be a fun place to go. The funny part about it is the frat row in USC is the same frat row as UCLA. So the two of them, you go down there when in August when everything's starting to happen down there. It's crazy. It's crazy. So what I'm doing today is just kind of tinkering around with some of this stuff. We didn't feel like turning, but I guess I should be making bowls or something. But I don't have any shows doing, so I'm not making any more bowls. That was the one thing I used to do a lot of was shows. I had art shows. And then I stopped doing them because they cost too much. The rent went up, I guess. I told him unless you're gonna charge me $50, I'm not coming. Originally, I'm from Lancaster, California. The sand and the sun and the wind, they used to call it Antelope Valley. I went to Antelope Valley College, Antelope Valley High School. Then a semester or two of USC. I worked for the Forest Service out there for a number of years. I was a firefighter on a hotshot crew for a while. Yip, yip. I was out there chasing burning bushes. It was actually a fun job. It was a hair-raising job. You're like, oh yeah. That was some craziness back in the day. Nowadays, everybody's got updated stuff, but you got to watch your backside, especially out there, man. You get overtaken. I know I lost some friends in that. So, and a captain died. It was in, it's about the second year I was there, third year I was there. I was there about 8 years, 9 years, something like that. But, yeah. He got caught, he got overtaken. His doofus crew panicked. They went where they were not supposed to go, and that caught them. They all got burnt. The captain died, though. Gilbert Lopez. My captain was good friends with him, so it was like, okay, Unfortunately, it was not a good day for everybody, for anybody. I just so happened to be at the tanker base when that happened because I was loading. There we go. See, that's how we're supposed to be. I fixed it. I fixed it. So, what I want to do here, come on over here, come on over here. Well, don't know where everybody's at. I'm appreciate it that you're watching me. Thanks for watching. I haven't been doing much, so I haven't really been posting much. So I work on my car, but that was another problem child. So now what I'm doing here is I'm going to sand this. Okay, so now I'm never going to get rid of this part. Okay, so I'm not worried about this. I'm just leave it. It's pitted, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to smooth it out. Now, I put on shellac to try and use it as a stabilizer. Anyway, it turned out okay, but I have to take and now I've got to figure out a way what kind of finish I would have put on a not shellac, but varnish, polyurethane, or I don't know. See, when you get into a bowl that's about 50% or more spalted, you're going to have that problem with this. Real soft wood, this is light, probably 1.5 pounds, maybe, I don't know. But it has a good kind of like color tint to it, but it's hard to explain. But because it was the roughness, see, if you try to take this stuff off of there, it's the grain that's doing. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like a tiger's eye. See that right in here? See that? And I don't want to touch that any more than I have to. So it's an interesting piece of wood, and I don't know what kind of wood it is. So if you take a look at this and you got an idea what this looks like, yes, there is a crack there. But that it's not relevant because I'm just going to leave it that way. Whatever I finish it should fill in the crack. Fill in the crack. So who do we got out there? Who's crazy enough to watch me? Hey, Herb. Well, I like helping people. I mean, I love doing this. And plus, I watch everybody else's too. I think I watch Herb. I think I watch you too. And I've got you subscribed, but, Herb, next time you talk to Robin, ask her why every time I text her on a live chat, my stuff disappears. I can't figure out why. I asked Al, and Al couldn't figure it out either. So, I don't know. Okay, so today was. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I made a bunch of birdhouses. I still have to paint them, and I got my sharpener. I'm just trying to figure out how to hook this up. This is kind of, I don't know. It gives you. So today what I'm doing is, see all these right here? What I'm doing is, the idea here is going to be like this. All right, I'm going to take all this stuff off the wall. And I'm going to have stagger them. So after I get a bunch of this other stuff done, I'm going to be doing that, and then we'll see from there. I've been doing stuff, so just so you know. Okay, so I've been doing stuff, I just haven't been turning. And the turning I've been doing was this. The turning I've been doing. So I've been staining the ground, trying to get the textures right. It is woodworking, by the way. And then, see, I've got this track I got to lay out up here. Eventually, that's going to go around the backside. There's a trap door, but I'm going to put berm around it, make it look. I'm going to leave it open because I have a door that goes there, but it's too much of a pain to get to it. So, and I'm working on my way down here to go to here. Now, my problem with this whole display is I got too much stuff. Okay, so I have a bunch of stuff that's supposed to go up here. This lake is going to be full of resin. Once I get this all cleaned up and get this all set, and I get this grass done, I have to coat this a little bit more. That's where the spray can comes in, different coloring stuff, ground stuff. Then, once I get that all done, I get the grass in there. I got to take these buildings here. Now, as a modeler, you have to take and figure out a way to, kind of, what do you call it? I call it rusticate. These roofs will they're a little bit dusty, but some of the roofs will have tin at that male pouch. One over there is it's going to be rusticated. I call it rusticated, but I have to paint a bunch of this stuff. And these two gas tanks actually have a horn to it. They'll beep once I get that done. I have to fix that up. But a lot of this stuff will go over here on top of there. Anyway, I've been fooling around with different colors in here, trying to get it to a certain spot, and I have to leave it open a little bit to let it dry because it's a little damp in there. It's damp. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, so now I got one thing I'm going to turn here. All right. This is what I started to do. It's one of the things I'm going to show you. Now, they call this a tenon, and I'll show you why. I will show you why. Okay, so now that's in there. Now what you want to do, if you start this up, stand off to one side so it don't fly off at you. There's one thing I got left to do here. So here's what you got to do with this. If you're a turner, I just glue things together and play with it and see what happens. I just glue things together and play with it. Well, thank you, thank you. Anyway, now this is red oak, and all I did was take a 1x6, I believe it is, and I squared it off. So I think this is like almost 6 inches this way, and it's 6 inches that way. So now what I wanted to do, now the only thing that's wrong with this picture, all right, is I have end grains. All right, I have end grains, which is this. A lot of people don't like end grains, but I don't care what they like. That's much though. But here, there's one thing left to do with this, and that is this. I'll be right back.